Whoa, we're gonna have fun with this little bubble. Uh-oh.
Добавь драйву.
Welcome back to the grand finals, everyone, of the OMG Cup, brought to you by OMG.bet. Thank you to them for their support, for putting on a great tournament here, as we've had a lot of fantastic Dota, but it's going to be a Group A rematch, j178 versus Team Unique. Probably the two closest games I've had in the tournament. One of them, actually, that's a lie. One of them was, of course, the Wind and Rain with the Luna, about an hour and some odd minutes into it, but these two teams as well very closely matched. j178 did get the 2-0 over them in the group stage, however, as they went flawless in their group stage run here, j178. Well, we'll see how that works. Just keeping an eye on the cats to make sure they don't brawl on the bed. Good kitties. Okay, they're just doing a little bit of grooming. We should be good to go then, as Axe and Maiden are the opening two picks for Unique, and j178 will opt for the Abba Faceless Void. It's going to be a 5 Abaddon, most likely. That's where they like to run it. I think that's fine. I think it's still a good hero. You have the benefit, especially once he gets to level 13, 14, you have a more meaningful Curse of Avernus as well, because normally that gets skipped on support Abaddons until very late in the game. I could imagine you picking it up maybe against an Axe in lane, just to dissuade him from maybe going for a call on you. Might help you out a bit, but I think the chances of that are low. I think you're better off just avoiding the call rather than trying to dissuade him from doing it. Well, alright, the next phase of bans. We see a Dazzle ban here, interestingly enough. Last time we saw that Unique run it as a core Dazzle, and they were able to close out the game. Not as early maybe as they anticipated, but there's the Wyvern pick against the Void. Surely they must have been expecting this, however. There's going to be the Skywrath pick, so plenty of overwhelming magic damage as well to be provided in the Faceless Void ulti. Probably a 4 Skywrath and a core Faceless Void. I think that's still good. It saves you from the problem of, oh god, welp, there goes the Chronosphere. They cold embrace the target, because now Skywrath Mage just goes boop, puts down a Mystic Flare, and it could potentially still kill the target, or at least, you know, I mean, it's not ideal, but at least it could happen, right? It's good damage into Chrono regardless or not if there's a cold embrace. This still, of course, has the issue with the Winter's Curse, where if Wyvern wants to commit it to stop the Void from maybe getting a kill, and even if it's onto no one, it lasts just as long as a Chronosphere does. So it's a bit of an issue perhaps with the Faceless Void, one that BKB will not save him from. So the Wyvern's going to be a very strong pick against the Void. I wonder what they're considering here. Pugna is in the pool. It's a 4 Skywrath, so he will have items and eventually be casting his ultis. So it might be worth maybe going for the Pugna mid. It's good against the Faceless Void as well. Can blow up the Abaddon quite nicely too. I think it's a fairly strong pick. We're going to go with the Invoker instead. So Carl, the Invoker, going to be an Invoker mid lane. In this draft, you got a decent amount of lockdown here on everyone. I think actually you might want to go Exhort Invoker, just because sure you can set up your combo real nice with you know, a Quas Wex Invoker, but you already got Axe and Wyvern to do that. I feel like now you just need to be the follow-up with additional magic. There the cats go. Please don't fight. Alright, they're good, I think. Yeah, we're all good. The Ember pickup for j178 that it'll be. So more damage into the Chronosphere. You can reach in with the Sleight of Fist. You can probably hit him with Syrian Chains as well. But mostly for the Sleight of Fist damage. It's a strong matchup mid lane against the Invoker, whether or not he wants to go Quas Wex. The Flame Guard's quite nice. I think it's even better. I think, do you still take damage of magic? No, it just completely absorbs damage, and then you take damage for the Flame Guard, if I'm correct. So it's even better against the Flame, or the Cold Snap if you can get it off.
Night Stalker.
Last pick, Night Stalker here. So that can be good. It can prevent the Axe from jumping in on your Night Stalker here, as the Crippling Fear, a preventative silence, probably comes out faster than the call does, so likely to see a faster Crippling Fear than the Blink call, unless he's really caught off guard or with it on cooldown. Of course, that night duration is like 6 or 8 seconds or something. It's kind of ridiculous, but Team Unique here need a safe laner. Probably going to be going up against a Night Stalker. I'd imagine Skywrath Mage Lane. A lot of melees here. You need an off laner. What about the Timbersaw? Pure damage. Good against Night Stalker. Good against Ember, I would say, to a point. Of course, no catch, though, is going to be an issue. Leaves you a bit without lockdown. Decent slows, though. I think a Timber here might be okay. The Abba as a 5 is not really your biggest concern, because you can just kind of move around by the time he's even... you can just Timber Chain away from him if needed by the time he's even put a single level into the Curse of Avernus. It's going to be the Drow instead. Right, of course, they already have an offlaner. I'm a big dumb idiot. It's the Axe. So the Drow will be the safe lane pick then. Good against the Ember if they can get the jump. Maybe it's going to be a more aggressive Drow then. Strong against Palantimos, you can gust him out of the Chronosphere, just waste his time, less damage he's doing inside of the Chrono. Good against Abba as well, because if you can silence him, he's not able to Aphotic Shield his allies unless he wants to use the ult on himself. And I'd say good against Skywrath too. And of course the Ember, like we said before. It's a bit tough though, because she can get jumped on quite easily here. The Void, the Ember Spirit, and the Night Stalker all can close that gap quite easily. It's going to be a so bad Wyvern though, so we might see her take the damage talents and build, you know, maybe Maelstrom Aghanims as well if this game goes late enough. Naive going to have a nicer time throughout the game as well, maybe encouraging for the Exhort build. And J4, you know, why not actually? Just build Desolator on J4 here, take the 200 attack speed bonus, and become the carry. I think this is a draft you can, not really, but still, that'd be funny. Alright, which draft is better? It's kind of interesting, right? Because Palantimos wants to jump in Chrono, not the whole team, but Chrono a few heroes, right? Yet the existence of the Night Stalker makes that kind of interesting, because he wants to jump in and silence, you know, a few different heroes. Maybe be the counter initiation here of the Axe. I think you'd rather have your Night Stalker initiating than having to re-engage on the basis of the Axe's jump.
Down you go!
As we are getting underway with game number 1. 3 GG branches for the Drow.
Axe misjudged.
Good lucks aside, as a reminder, it's in the title, but this is a best of 3 grand finals. Let me just make sure. Yep, this is a best of 3 grand finals, so we will not be going to best of 5. There is no advantage from coming from the winner's bracket. Both of these teams actually, had it been Wind and Rain that won over Unique, they would have been, I think I would say, a nice advantage over 178, because then Wind and Rain have to play 3 consecutive best of 3 series, which is a lot of Dota. I mean, that's a lot, right? Both of these teams, however, are going to be on their second consecutive for Unique. They did get a nice about 20 to 30 minute break there. We had, but 178 have had at least 3 hours of off time here for themselves, so they've gotten a bit of time to recover, maybe eat some food, get ready to go. So we'll see. The Dota fatigue going to be a little bit more in favor here of 178, but I don't think that's going to have too big of an impact. As J4 tossing down the Crystal Nova onto 2. Void committed onto the Maiden. think it's going to be a miscoil first level. Bignum taking a lot of damage out here. The frost arrows not able to dodge that one out either. There's arcane bolts will close the gap enough for Happy Yara to toss forward a missed coil, killing J4. First blood there, just plenty of damage. Gonna deny himself onto the tier 2. We didn't miss anything there. He was very low HP, so he just didn't want to be able to, didn't have to use all of his tangos. As Happy DR will TP bot. Now that Bignum has denied himself, is returned back to the top lane to help out with the first wave. Yeah, Maiden got a lot of damage in there with the Crystal Novas. It's so bad already, harassing the crap out of the Abbot in here. Percentage-based damage is so good, let alone the slow. Level 1, you know, not fantastic, but really good regardless. That health burn, 6%. Big Nom snatching the creep wave away here. We'll go ahead and take that from Sani, force him to try and see us under the tower, which is going to be a bit difficult here on the Drow. So we're going to maybe try and pull around. That Void's going to take a lot of auto attacks out here from the creep as well. Is it going to be worth it will be the question, right? Frost Arrow applied, give him a second one. Still, you're going to end up underneath the tower as J4 has pulled the wave through this tree here. I didn't know you could even do that. Well, a lot of damage onto Sani, but J4 pulling their own wave here, trying to reestablish the equilibrium. Having the creeps, of course, the neutrals deny it can be your best bet. As speaking of denying Happy DR, he's going to try and go for it here. He's going to be left with just on 10 HP, so he better not get scouted. Has enough mana for a third one here. Probably just going to yeet one at Palantinos and deny himself. There he goes. He yeets himself to death. As Sani, speaking of death, nearly dying here to the arcane bolt. Will have a salve to heal him up a little bit more. So now returning to the lane is Happy DR. Still now level 2, so he couldn't purge off that battle hunger, but Palantinos did it himself, just getting the last hit there. Drow is just not having a great time in lane thus far, though. Against the Night Stalker, it's not been too easy. Is able to orb walk at least a little bit here, but just eating these Chaos Bolts, or Arcane Bolts. Chaos Bolt is a CK ability. Down bottom, Ho going onto Happy DR, interrupting the pull. Lots of damage here onto last hero. Still holding onto that healing cell, but got a lot of damage here on Happy DR early on. Does not have enough mana for another Mist Coil, but has 2 mangoes, so effectively does. Just right-clicking for fun. It's not really doing anything there. Quite literally nothing. Axe does not have a call either. Level 1 counter helix makes it a little bit easier to fight into. Not ideal, but so there's going to be Battle Hunger applied. Going for the rune will be unique. He'll snag it. We haven't really looked mid at all whatsoever either, so I want to just briefly look top. I think they're going to be okay all up here, just chilling. So it's going to be still a Quaswex Invoker, though, against the Ember. Still good. Especially because you can Tornado off the Flame Guard, which is something I forget. It is dispellable. It's down bot lane, so bad, in a bit of trouble. Palantino's getting aggressive, almost killing him there with the top of the shield. Watch out for those neutrals. Don't want to die to them. And the respawn timer will be about 30 seconds. It's a Fortify from the Dire side. Maybe trying to secure the deny here on the range creep. Won't be able to do it, but will be annoying enough to not get the... not allow for a last hit last year. Healing up there. It's Cold Embrace leveled a little bit early here. Level 2 actually, over the Splinter Blast. Very cheap heal though, especially on strength heroes. It's so good early on. Sani is in a bit of trouble here. Getting ran down. There's not enough mana. Oh, there is enough mana for an Arcane Bolt. I lied. 10 stick charges there. Just not wanting to return to the lane. Maybe just wanting to TP back instead. As it's an inventory full of green with the Drow. Happy DR in a bit of trouble. Has a deny available and will go for it. Not enough damage to be done there on the Wyvern. It's a third deny, I believe, here. So just a second one, actually. Mid lane, Pikachu getting harassed, and now the Flame Guard will come out. He's got no mana anyway, so it's not hurting him. As it looks like he does still take Cold Snap. Oh, it's because you can do physical damage, of course. So it's only good against further magic damage. I believe Urn is magic damage, as nice body blocks out from so bad here. Axe has the Ring of Health, so he's going to regen up here just a little bit here. Might be able to come back down, make a difference here, as they have, of course, the Battle Hunger at the ready. Going to force the Aphotic Shield onto Palantimos now, who's a bit scary. It's a level 2. No, just still a level 2 Abaddon at the 5-minute mark. Ooh, careful there, Happy DR. He's going to be okay. Might just Want to deny himself once again, though. We'll drop his ward. Needs 50 mana here for the Mist Coil, and I think he's just going to go for it. Yeah, we're careful. No, that's not going to reach him. Popping the Mango now, though, makes it a bit more worth it to stay in lane. So bad forcing the Mango to get dropped there. I believe Urn of Shadows is magic damage, though. Yeah, it should be. Let me just check. Yeah, well, yes, that's how you spell Urn. Soul Release. Just says, doesn't say what it is. And we've got to pause, so now we get the chance to look.
Now they will suffer.
It is magical damage type. Okay, clearly. It does not pierce BKB. Interesting. Okay. It does attempt to damage. Anyway, so it is magic damage, so that'll get absorbed by the Flame Guard. So you need to do right-click damage here to the Ember. So it's not that easy of kills, of course, unless you can burn through the Flame Guard, no pun intended, or just lift them up in a tornado. That'll do it as well. 2-1 the kill score here, pretty early on, 6 minutes. Been a bit of a calmer laning stage. Plenty of denies, though. As happy you are, maybe gonna go for a third one here potentially. He's got the mana for it. Oh, not quite actually. No, he does have the mana for it. 50 mana each. The self damage is 100 here at level 2. Interesting. I always thought that was locked at 75. I am a fool. Pikachu already has the bottle against Naive, who's got the Null Talisman. Courier is getting called top lane. What do we got on here? It's a Null Talisman as well. First nighttime cycle is going to not be super consequential here. Actually, I don't even think Invoker's building the... Oh, no, yes, he is, because Petashara's on the other side here. So bad level 3. Mana Dude's queued up. It's still a bit early to really tell what these guys are going to be going for. Probably going to be... I mean, they've been preferring, especially on Pikachu, they've been preferring to go for the drums early on. I'm hoping instead you pick them up here a Night Stalker, although then you might be waiting a bit too long for Urn and drums, and then you're going to be losing out on that early game power spike of them. So maybe go for drums here on drums, Maelstrom, BKB, Ags maybe on Pikachu. It's a bit tougher to tell here without knowing what items they else get. I like the Ags this game. Because then you can jump on the Drow here more frequently and more reliably. The BKB is going to be necessary before that so that you don't just get gusted. So, unpaused we go. Top lane, the scans... I don't even remember who scanned, to be honest. It was so long ago. We are self-applying the buff here. 50 mana, so he does have barely enough for the deny. Will get it in 1 if he wants to go for it. Big Num gets a kill top lane. That's there's going to be the deny. Big Num onto the Maiden. Probably just got ran down by plenty of bolts. The Void with the mini stun. A little bit of physical attack damage as well. But a third deny now for the Abba. It's kind of nice because now solo XP for Palantinos, right? He's timing it quite nicely. It's level 5. A small advantage here as we have 2 heroes level 3 and a 4 and a 5 down bottom. Heading down bot lane will be Pikachu, though, with an Arcane Rune last hero in a lot of trouble. Cold Embrace will come out. The magic damage nearly not enough, but with the Aphotic Shield breaking, it will. Interesting interaction there as Pikachu now coming through already from very far away. Will not return, using 2 Remnant charges there. Unfortunately, unable to dodge out there as the tips will come flying now. Interesting. Level 3 Flame Guard able to tick her down. It was a good attempt to juke, honestly. I thought it was a good attempt to juke. I mean, what else are you going to do there? Not going to debuff or purge off the Flame Guard there. Pretty nice for Ember. Can now get aggressive against the Invoker. Just 1 slap there. Another slap. Give him a 3rd slap. Give him a 4th. Man fighting a bit, but will Revenant back. Might be going again top now onto the Maiden. Crystal Nova and a TP might dissuade them, though. As onto the Night Stalker they'll go. Nice job slowing with the Frost Arrows. And now the Arctic Burn. Petashara quite fast. Might just be able to live here, but nope. That's a level 2 Frost Nova, Crystal Nova there. Frostbite, not Crystal Nova. No, okay. Just casually bashing that man to death. You just need one, is the famous saying. I don't know what that saying is, but you just need one of them. So that'll give extend the kill lead here in favor of j178 to 6. So 4 is the lead. Next will be TPing down back bot lane here on last hero. Level 7 compared to level 5 though. Talented must have had a pretty good start this game, although being able to go there. Oh, nice tornado. I think they got him. Yeah, they did. But they also got top lane. They're going to get a double kill up here as well. Still no levels in the Crippling Fear. Might see the Dark Ascension picked up now. Drow dying there is huge though. I'm really surprised they decided to last pick Drow in this draft. I mean, you got pretty decent lanes, but it's no Abbott in your lane. You know, maybe if you had the Abbott, it'd be a bit easier. But Maiden, it's good at harassing early on, but not really good against some of these heroes, with some of these heroes that you just need a lot of support for. I mean, at least you can just Frost Arrow freely. You don't have to worry about the mana cost whatsoever.
I shall not report you.
Anyway, Ultima's now going to be going for a Yasha first. Might be a Manta style for the silence of the Drow, I'd imagine, is going to be the biggest thing. Manta off a lot of Invoker things as well. Might see a Chrono here just going for the hell of it. As TPing through will be last hero. Maybe a 2-man Chrono. Needs to be careful, and as a TP will be coming through, it's going to be the Invoker now as the Tornado will pick him up. So bad, still alive. EMP dropping him back down. Nice Cold Snap as well, burning off the mana. Happy Duyara maybe try to deny himself once again. Level 3 Mystic Oil here, so 125 health to himself. Needs a bit more mana. But that, of course, gives him more HP, so that he can't deny himself. Just like, that's the play here. Just, I will deny myself. Top lane, careful. It's about, nighttime's about to end here for the Night Stalker. Does have that Dark Ascension, but likely to secure himself 2 runes here. The Maiden might try and go for it as he's pulled the creep wave over. Rotate middle now, as there it is. Happy Duyara denying himself again. No surprise. It's his 4th this game. So 4 deaths on him, but all 4 denies. As now, nice rotation from here. Petushara, I think he's going to scout them though.
Just what I needed.
Now, you guys hear this cat, by the way? No, it doesn't look like the mic's picking it up. I don't know what she's going on about. Maybe just in the bathroom hearing herself meow or something like that. Hand, oh, I thought it was a Hand of Midas. That's a Bracer instead. Sani, finally level 6 here, so can go to the jungle a bit more efficiently. Hello. Mid lane, 2 heroes here. Invoker dropping the EMP. Gonna burn off the mana here for Skyward Mage, but on the back lines, there goes Pikachu, committing a Remnant or 2, it looks like. Dark Ascension used as well. Nice Tornado as the Flame Guard will come out here. Does not have a Remnant back, but he's no move speed buffs on him with the phase boots as well. He tosses that Remnant pretty far. Top lane now, the Dark Ascension. Maybe used the top lane to try and get a kill here on the J4. The Gust was already used. You might end up dying here on Petushara though, as he's now going to go here onto Sani. Mid lane though, they'll pick up a kill onto the Wyvern in the meantime. As Happy Duyara is here, and he'll deny himself, goddammit. Don't make him do it. He's low HP. He's thinking about it. He's going to do it, this mad lad. Or maybe he's just going to go home. At some point, it does become just easier to walk home. Level 6 now, so... 78 has the Yasha. It is going to be the Manta style for him first. I like that. Maybe Manta Maelstrom BKB. Manta Butterfly. I think Butterfly's a little bit too much of a push there. Let's see. You're going to need a BKB against this team. I got an Invoker for sure. There's the Urn of Shadows now on Invoker. Next into the Hand of Midas. Looks like we have a 2-man smoke as well up top lane. Maybe 3. No, just 2. They're gonna go now with Chrono on off cooldown. Maybe try and kill the Drow Ranger as she's in the jungle stacking up. The smoke will break. She's gonna have a tiny advantage here, but level 4 time walk will be able to close the gap into the Mystic Flare as well. Just an extremely dead Drow. Unlucky. You have to have like some pretty fantastic reaction time there to even get a chance for that Gust. Goku gonna disconnect really quick.
Prepare for a lesson.
Arena of Shadows as well on the Night Stalker, going straight into that Spirit Vessel. Gonna be nice against the Axe, nice against anyone that's gonna be Cold Embrace. Does not dispel, of course, the spell. So it's gonna be tough to really try and stop that healing if you don't have a Spirit Vessel. So it's a good item that game. They don't have an aggressive Purge either, I believe. Don't think so, looking at their lineup. Of course, the Tornado can be quite nice against the likes of anyone really with an Aphotic Shield. Dispellable, even though it dispels everything in the game.
Down you go.
It's going to be a simple dispel. Yeah, could you imagine if you needed a strong dispel to frickin' dispel Aphotic Shield? That would be busted. Tornado, of course, is just a basic dispel too, so it's not gonna purge off, well, mostly everything, honestly. Not mostly everything, but some things. Alright, it's a bit of a longer disconnect here. DD rune on the Winter Wyvern, as I'll try and close on. There's a Vanguard on the Axe, of course. He went for the Ring of Health early. Didn't cut too many waves as the Abaddon was very annoying towards him. Grand finals here, just a bit more disconnect issue here on Naive, unfortunately. Looks like he's got a fair bit of gold that he's just spent now. Of course, the quick buy resets whenever you disconnect, unfortunately. But it is a Hand of Midas he had queued up next before he left anyway. We'll see if that changes when he returns. There we go, the reconnect, and we're ready to go. Likely going to be a tower for a tower here, I'd imagine. You do push a bit faster, well, not while the Dro is dead, unfortunately, but a DD Ruin is going to help out quite a bit anyway. Plus, the Wyvern able to push quite nicely. Oh, dude, double damage hit the tower. Where are you going? TP in top, I guess. They're going to try and contest this as Axe will be TTing through as well. Now that the Drought has respawned, going for a kill here. They know there's going to be no availability for the Chronosphere as Naive has come through as well. The slow on a Happy Diora does not have the borrowed time. We'll go ahead and level it now as they will not connect here onto the call. Silence now by the, wow, double silence there. Jumping forward might be the Ember, but he actually gets caught now by the Winter's Curse. So 2 remnants wasted there as the Dark Ascension into the silence now. They're going to kill the Wyvern. EMP will burn the mana here off of Palantimos. He does have 11 stick charges. Frostbites. Now Palantimos doesn't need mana to kill a Maiden. Top lane, or back up near the tier 1 rather. Pikachu ends up ending the fight here, getting a double kill. It might not be over yet, actually. They might consider chasing here. Do they have detection? They do. There is dust of appearance on the Night Stalker, but it looks like that's going to be it. And despite, my goodness, that damage, despite getting Winter's Curse, or caught in the Winter's Curse there, that Ember ends up doing just so much freaking damage. Drums of Endurance nearly has enough now for the Mithril Hammer if he wants to start building that Maelstrom. Nice turnaround there from j178 as they'll just get drawn together here. Level 4 Flame Guard. Very strong ability. Urn of Shadow now. Urn of Shadow is where the 3 charges for here is Happy DR. His smoke will break going on a warding mission. They're not going to quite scout him. In fact, they might smoke in return here. It doesn't look like Maiden's carrying one, so they'll be okay. Another Ring of Health for Axe. Going to be finishing up the headdress there for the Pipe of Insights. Much needed against the Pikachu Ember. Last hero now here. Gonna get a cheeky little deny. Just force him out of lane. As Palantimos still continuing to farm now. Yasha has the recipe for the Manta style, but will not have the money required for the ultimate orb. Needs about another 3-4 minutes of farming and he'll have it though. Just needs another 1200 gold. Top lane ready to go on the Wyvern if she shows. Actually, he is showing. Just far from the creep wave in a bit of an awkward position, but maybe hoping for more heroes as Invis rune on Skywrath Mage. They're now going to back up for bounties. Unique will grab the 2 bottom. I don't think they want to go for the 2 top. Perhaps So Bad might be in some trouble here. Pikachu will show. I know So Bad is here in the trees as he's going to be able to eat that Splinter Blast. Level 4 now. Just with the Flame Guard, doesn't really care too much. Smoking up again as Chronosphere, you guessed it, back off cooldown, now level 2, so you have another half second there of that valuable lockdown. Smoke will break here on a few heroes. I think on the have to be Urara. Time walking forward, trying to catch somebody here. Lots of voids placed down by both teams here, but not going to be of any use as they might have the Drow Ranger again, jumping into the silence. I don't think they even need the Chronosphere this time. Silenced up by the... My goodness, she can't even use Frost Arrows, can she? Yeah. Again, they did last pick the Drow Ranger into this. Now Pikachu going to be able to survive the call quite easily. So we'll get that Flame Guard purged off. Ghost walking away is naive. They're not able to have the dust onto him in time. As, ooh, not quite wanting to go there for the Chronosphere. This tower does provide a bit of bonus armor here. How much is it? +3? +5 bonus armor, which is going to be quite substantial here early game. You do have a Yasha, so you do a bit of damage. Oh, he wanted to go for it. Naive is not actually in the range there. It's only if you're under the tower. There's a call, big call onto 2, however. The Abaddon ulti will be procced, as well as the Night Stalker ults. Nice damage there. They will finish off the Skywrath Mage. And turn actually now. Faceless Void going to get auto-attacked here. Kansani putting in the damage. The silence from the Gust is there. They're not going to get the dunk, but they won't need it. As, that bonus damage is enough at least for Sunny to finish him off now with plenty of procs. The Cold Snap holding on. Petashara about to fly over the clip. No. Axe will call his name and pull him right back into his death. A double kill now for the Drow Ranger. Nice engage there. I thought for sure that was a blink in by the Axe, but now no blink dagger. He just is able to position himself quite nicely there. Maybe now going to catch the Pikachu, burning off the Mana Shield, lifting up the Skywrath Mage as well. Into the silence he goes. Cold Snap. Frost Arrows is the silence up now. Drow with the Mystic Seal. Yeah, just going Mystic... Ancient Seal. Mystic Seal. What the hell is that? Mystic Snake? I don't know. Pikachu running forward now has the bubble protecting him. The bubble of protection. No Chronosphere using that fight, but a good 2 pickoffs for Team Unique to stay in it. You're going to delay the Manta by just a few minutes here. Might be crucial, though. Drow Ranger finally has an item. She's going for a Shadow Blade, it looks like. Is it? Well, certainly not an early Satanic. I don't know how much that's going to help her. It would have been much better if they didn't have, you know, like Invoker specifically. Just because they're all carrying Dust and Sentries anyway. I know, pardon me, for a fact, Night Stalker is carrying Dust pretty much at all times until he can no longer have slots for it. Ace turn activated Pikachu to take the jump here, as that's an easy kill. Thanks to the Searing Chains into the Mystic Flare. J4 might be in some trouble as well. Looking forward now. They do have the stun onto him. They might be able to turn this here. Burning off the mana, the HP. There's going to be the Aphotic Shield. However, they're turning now with the Chronosphere. It's on to 3. The Dust as well for the Invoker in case he does have that Ghost Walk at the ready. They're going to be able to nuke it down. I think that was even... No, it was not through the Golden Brace. No, Winter's Curse comes out now as Axe will drop. Well, gets to the Invoker. Sani, the only survivor here, and maybe not even for that long, as their Spirit Belts to the Void Slow into the Crippling Fear. Up onto the Tier 3 footstep they go. Drown gonna go Invis with the Shadow Amulet, but to no reward. And again, denying herself. Happy Diarara, just so eager to do it. But that was, may I remind you, a dive, a chrono onto the Tier 2, and then continuing the dive onto the Tier 3 when the Tier 1 is still up. I mean, it's not anymore a Caster's Curse, but my goodness. j178 continue to push their early aggressive build here. It's still nighttime. He didn't actually even use the Dark Ascension there. Good control out of that fight. Nice Chronosphere onto 3 and plenty of damage into it. j178 setting themselves up quite nicely here to take a game 1 in the grand finals. Axe so close to the Blink Dagger now. I hear a Hand of Midas. It's on Invoker. Will help him recovery farm a bit, but that's now Manta Style complete, and it looks like it's going to just be a straight Diffusal Blade, is it? Indeed. Straight Diffusal. It's going to be great against this Invoker as well as the Drow Ranger. Good damage against these guys. And the Maiden too, of course, but I mean, do you really need more damage against Maiden? Let's be honest. They don't have Chronosphere for 40 seconds, contesting here for the 40-minute rune as they will Use a few spells there onto an illusion, unfortunately. The Manta style. Link Dagger queued up for Wyvern. Looks like the build now is Aether Lens. They have a jump here. There's going to be Sunstrike. Not too many levels on the Exhort, though. The Silence, though, now as they turn onto the Axe. And now J4 in a lot of trouble with the Dark Ascension. Nightstalker running her down into the Mystic Flare. Nowhere she could go. The call's going to be onto the Abaddon. Now is Palantimos onto the back lines. The Dust. Going to catch two heroes here. Extremely worth it. Sami running for her life. Happy Diara now with a double kill as they finish off the Kid Voker. Sani just continuing to run. Still dusted, though. A fresh dust is applied. They don't even have a Cold Embrace yet for another while. They're going to get at least the Night Star off out of this, but they're going to get more. Chronosphere committed on top as well. Can't quite reach him. Oh, they can actually reach him with the Cold Embrace here across the Chronosphere, keeping him alive a bit longer, as they might actually get a kill with the Happy Diara. And yes, no, it's another deny. This man is great at denying himself. But they'll get the kill onto the Axe here eventually. Let's see the fight recap before it disappears. Good find out from 178. Again, pushing their early game advantage that they have. So much damage done there by the Night Stalker. Like I said, the Shadow Blade is definitely an interesting pickup. They're carrying so much detection for the Invoker already, because it's a Quasflex Invoker. If it was an Exhort Invoker, alright, maybe they don't have that much detection, but that's not the case. What do you even... I mean, Shadow Blade's a good item, don't get me wrong. Increases your damage, attack out of the lake. Ideally, right, late game, you build that into Silver Edge, or you just sell it. You can disable the time lock, I suppose. Disable Hunter in the Night, which isn't too bad if it's nighttime. That is if you're not silenced and dying to him. Guess you can disable the Curse of Avernus, which he's finally leveled at level 12 here, so that wasn't even a concern before now. I don't know what it's for. Well, there it is. Shadow Blade completed it. Maybe they'll prove me wrong here, but for now I'm not too sure. Invoker, no Earn charges here, so their fights don't get easier. Furniture back up here in about another minute, so I'd expect we have another minute of farming, as that's going to be Diffusal Blade now coming to the Faceless Void. My goodness, he is farmed. They've been building flags this game here on the Abad and the 5 Abba. BKB now on Ember Spirit will be 10 seconds. Has the Maelstrom and a BKB and still 2 Earn charges. 2 Earn charge. I'm sorry, 2 Drums of Endurance charges. It doesn't have an Earn. Yeah, that's a little scary there. We're gonna have a Yule Scepter soon on the sky. Just, of course, the 3 Null Talismans. Talisman is just like a necklace, right? They're just necklaces. They're just dude necklaces, right? What the hell is a I don't play any dungeon games where you looters, whatever. What is a talisman? Did they actually make up that word? I spelled it wrong. An object inscripted or inscribed ring or stone. It's thought to have magic powers and bring good luck. But it's like always a necklace. Could you imagine, dude, this guy, this Skywrath mage just stunting on you? He's got like 3 chains. Yeah, these guys got 3 chains on them. That's insane, man. Axe down bottom. He's gonna get caught here by the Ember Spirit trying to spin here, but straight into the Mystic Flare entrance till he goes. Back to the Fountain Dead for 45. Now all of a sudden Chronosphere back on cooldown, back off cooldown I mean, as the scan will confirm that someone is hiding there. It's Petashar with a Blink Dagger. New item for him as well, as he's now going to be queuing up into the Heaven's Halberd. They might be able to get one here. Pikachu maybe getting a bit too far in. They have a Frostbite available. BKB though, as the Ember Spirits will be murdering the Maiden, just not even turning around for her, just for enough for the Sleight of Fist, as there's the Dust now onto Naive, jumping forward with the Remnant charges, and the Searing Chains holding him down. Magic Wand saving his life just a little bit, but Unique now so bad, trying to chase this. Going to be discouraged there after one Sleight of Fist, and that 10-second BKB committed, but you get 2 kills off of that. You can't ask for much more. Solo kills at that. As now invisible is Sani. Maybe trying to find Petashari here, but he can just... I don't know. This is a tough kill. Even if you silence him, he's back onto the low ground. Yeah, there we go. He actually gets the silence off before you as you go for the kill. Dark Ascension comes out, and now they're going to be turning onto her, immediately running through. Last hero is here. Palantimos maybe can go for it. The Shrine has been already used, but not feeling too aggressive here without the vision. His Axe feeling aggressive, jumping forward, but again, the Crippling Fear comes out before the call now. He does have the Hood of Defiance. Maiden just ended up walking through here in a poor position. They're going to at least drop a heal for her. Is now still flying. There's going to be the two-man Chronosphere and the Mystic Flare on top. Will drop the Winter's Curse, but to no avail as she was very dead now. Dark Ranger does have buyback. Your Axe is only spinning once. Petashara now with a double kill and a great Chronosphere. GG is called. Yep, 32-7 the kill spread here. 25 minutes in. Fantastic early game out from 178, and they are 1-0 now in the grand finals here. Very well played to them. My goodness, what a freaking game out of these guys. This is a good draft. I don't know if draw was
traversing this road blind. Subtle games you play, I can't get off my mind. Like you live for the chase, live for the thrill of the fight. Build me up, take me down, and then take flight. I think I'm done, tired of trying.
Whoa, we're gonna have fun with this little bubble. Ah. Uh-oh.
Добавь драйву.
Game number 2, everyone, of the Grand Finals. j178 against Team Unique now, as j178 will take a good victory in game number 1, and they'll open up very strong here again for game number 2. Faceless Void Chen against the Rubik Centaur. Alright, let's see if we'll see any changes here. I think mainly a draft issue, if I'm being honest. I don't think the Drow was the pick, honestly. But I could have been wrong. I think late game, maybe potentially it could have been, you know, a bit better, but hopefully we get a closer game of Dota this time, as these two teams are just about evenly matched. But j178 poised to take it here in 2, potentially, in the OMG Cup. Take the phone off the table so it does not vibrate and distract me. $5,000 here on the line between the two teams, so would be a nice chunk of change. j178, of course, playing frequently in the CIS qualifiers here for both the DPC, and I believe I saw them in Hamburg as well. The Skywrath Mage 4 again for j178 is going to be a strong combo in early Void ultis. The Wyvern not banned here, so tempting to pick it up again, but holding on to it for now. Last hero this time. I swear I've seen him either on Centaur or Axe almost every single game. The Warlock 5 it'll be, countered with the Legion Commander then. Lots of great usages here of the Mystic Flare. It's kind of scary to play against. So much damage. In any case, though, they need themselves a nice save here. Unfortunately, now it's a bit more difficult now that your 4s and 5s and your 3, for that matter, is already picked up. It's the Dazzle ban coming and being pretty nice there. So you need a pretty sustainable 1 and 2 here. You can't really get away with a Drow this game for real. I don't think it's going to be work out. Sven might not be too bad, nice and tanky early on, especially if you can get the War Cry off. You don't have a way to dispel that. Would give him that bonus strength. Unfortunately, the Omni Knight banned, but already you have a 3, so might have been a bit of a tough draft all of a sudden here. You need a little bit, you need something defensive here on the side, or you just need to go full cheese, quote unquote. But you don't have, what can you even do? You haven't drafted the Magnus if you wanted to go for the Mag PA. It would be kind of weird to fit it in now. You can go for a Mag Mid if you're Seb. Spectre here. I don't know if that's the pick. If they can get her off to a good start, it'll certainly be pretty scary against j178 for sure. We'll see. We'll see how they respond here on the side of j178. Now they need themselves here a 3. No, they have a 3. They need themselves a mid laner here against Spectre, the spooky ghost. I might even be considering going for a Pugna. If it's not banned here. Pugna, actually not a bad pick for either teams, I think. Let me see here. Where is... Against the Spectre, though, I mean, what do you want? Oh, goodness, they need to ban a Viper, don't they? Viper's still in the pool. You need to ban Viper, or you need to pick it. They will have pick out of the draft. Yeah, you need to ban a Viper, almost certainly. A Necro is still going to be in the pool, which is going to be annoying. That's a Pikachu Necro. We've seen him play it quite successfully. But that's not as bad as a Viper would be here. If they draft a Viper, oh, please, don't let the Viper through. I wouldn't be surprised if j178 pick it. It's so strong against them. Thank Christ. All right, they got a chance. And it's a good break, too. Their choice will be the Necro, then it'll leave them with. Fair enough, fair enough. Probably Viper would have been #1, but you cannot let that through. My goodness, would have been... Oh, would have been an awful game here for Team Unique. But now I think they got a shot. A Necro against the Viper. As I don't know how strong of a matchup that is here. You will have a bit of an advantage, actually. That's the Viper, I believe, just because the magic damage is able to go through the... Can you target someone, actually, with the Viper Strike? I presume so, because it's not based off of your actual attack damage, is it? Although, if you're disarmed, can you use Viper Strike? These are questions I don't have the answers to, but I am curious now, because can you give Pikachu Necro here while Ghost Rider? Can you give him a Viper Strike? I'm curious. Okay, Team Unique objective here, survive for the first 20 minutes. If you can get away with that, by then you should have a Radiance around the early 20-minute mark here, at the latest, if you want to win this on the Spectre. From there, Radiance... Manta, I believe. Yeah, for the Silence, almost certainly Manta. And we'll go from there. Maybe a Heart. You could consider picking up a Blade Mail this game. Wouldn't be too awful, especially with Dispersion, I could see. They don't have a fantastic save for you in the Chronosphere, though, so it's going to be a bit tough as #1 priority here. It will be Spectre for the Chrono, especially if, I mean, BKB on Spectre, you don't always see, but not a terrible option this game, to be quite honest. We'll see what they want to go for. Because, thank God they did not let that Viper through. The Viper would have been a bit awkward and maybe a bit clunky in the draft. Not even, actually. It would have been perfect, especially with Faceless Void. Just lock down a bunch of these heroes. Disable the passives. Passives you will break, though, are quite nice. You'll disable the Time Lock. You'll disable... I don't believe you'll disable Divine Favor. I will check that. And you'll disable the... whatever the passive there on Legion is called. I always forget. I don't know if you can break a Divine Favor, because it's kind of an active, but it's an active aura, so... It is dispellable. So I'd presume so. Let's just check that real quick.
Breathe it in.
I shall not report you.
Breathe it in.
These voice lines are truly fantastic. I just want to check this because that could be potentially huge as well. The Dota 2 wiki is extremely slow right now. Seems like it's not responding, actually, in fact. So Dota 2 wiki down, boys, but that's okay. I imagine you can dispel it, at least disable the passive. I think you'd need to hit it onto the Chen, though, right? So that would make sense to me. Interesting. Maybe it means that you can dispel the teleportation buff.
Breathe it in.
I don't know. I've got no clue. This Dota 2 game wiki is down. I can't check, sadly. Welp. I guess we'll find out later here as we are going to get another Toxin Runes 2 for 2. As again, top will be j178 and bottom for Unique. He's getting recalled back down bot lane. That's an interesting use there of Divine Favor early on. I like it. Nice and aggressive. We'll see though. I think Unique are going to need to live a bit long here. I think they've potentially got it. Are they going to be tri-lane? It doesn't look like it. J4 heading top with Spectre. Sani not going to have a fantastic time here early on against the Legion and Skywrath Mage. At least he will have a bit of sustain. Actually a good amount of sustain thanks to J4, who will be scouted trying to kill that courier mid. So out he goes. Spectral Dagger, of course, level 1. And Shadow Word to heal up Sani right back to full HP. But my goodness, a Spectre Haunt with just a Radiance and Fatal Bonds is really scary. Plus, you won't be able to run away from this team as well. I think Upheaval this lane will be quite good because you don't have a stun. A Silence, yes, but how are you going to close the gap to him? Big Num again, eager to go ahead and pull the creep wave. I think Sani this time will last hit under tower. Needs a level there in the dispersion, though, would be really nice. At least has solo experience here. It's nice deny out from Petashara. Going there with the taunt. Dagger now to get the creep wave aggroed onto the Legion commander, but already has an escape path here for the trees. There we go, dispersion now, level 1. It's down here, last hitting near the tier 2s. We've got a few creep wave. It's not getting that deny. Big Num there with the CS. And getting the deny as well is pretty huge. J4 going to be pretty far onto leveled here. Let's pull the creep wave towards him a bit as well. So I'll be able to pull it around the tower, but not too impactful. Mid lane, let's check on this matchup. Naive against Pikachu here. Has gotten an early level here in the poison attack. Sometimes you only see the other Toxin and the corrosive skin leveled. But nothing yet here in another Toxin. That's super important in this game. I guess a breaking on the Heartstopper Aura would be nice though. Not super necessary. That doesn't do too much here early on. No levels in the Ghost Shroud, unsurprisingly. Not super effective against this hero, even with early levels in his passives. Oh, that's Reaper. I was like, what? I was like, Viper Strike stuns? Are you kidding me? Hey, I don't know. I don't know if you can. You probably can, I'd imagine. Nice stomp, however, onto the Chen. Might be able to set up the first blood here. You've used the retaliate, 7 stacks of it. No, the bash, the double, oh my goodness, the double bash. Saving the life there of the Chen, preventing the first blood. Nicely done there. I can use Liquipedia. Let's check. Chen. Bottom here, maybe not trying again for first blood, but the toss range not big enough, and Rubik actually eating 2 attacks off from the tower leaves him pretty low. Might just end up denying himself onto the tier 2 for just efficiency's sake. It's Naive doing quite well, 20 and 10 though, actually in favor of Pikachu, who's had a pretty nice start here. Of course, we'll see us in there with the Death Pulse is quite easy. Heartstopper Aura, I think, is broken, right? Should be. Well, not anymore. I don't know, actually. I guess I should have checked the creeps there, honestly. How's Rubik doing? Rubik and Chen both low HP, but Rubik finding an Arcane Rune and a DD Rune. He'll snag both here, actually. A bit aggressive play out of him, as the 2 bot laners are free to do as they want for just a little while. Rubik heading in now. It's an Invis Rune, not an Arcane Rune, pardon me. Straightforward, forced to use the healing on himself. Spectre 12 and 2 compared to the 16 and 5 here of the safe lane, or I'm sorry, off lane Legion. Maybe trying to set up a kill here onto the Void. Nice stun. They know Time Walk's off cooldown for a bit longer. Rubik going for it. Will snag it, actually, here. First blood in favor. Is now, you will get that purged off of him. It will actually, I think, be a kill here for last hero. Nice purge again. Happy Diara might actually be able to get this. And then at least save his own life and burn a lot of HP here off the Centaur. Nicely done. Soul Ring now for the Spectre on the way in the Courier soon. As Rubik will TP back to the lane. 5-minute rune spawning shortly as last hero. Will stick around to snag this one. This purge is so annoying for him. Rubik now coming through, looking to get this kill here. Has a level 2 Fade Bolt. Happy Diara trying to juke in and around the trees. No way. Come on, buddy. Oh my god, the body blocks. He's going to throw down the rune even to snag it. But Void, Tom walking forward, just needs one bash. We'll find it. Happy Diara in and around the trees. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Divine Favor as well is just so crazy strong. That regen on him. Jesus Christ. Well, hard to even get that done. Oh, missing a kill on Chen though. I looked away for a second and it looks like the Fade Bolt and the Double Edge will snag him. Deep rotation now from Big Num, tossing an Arcane Bolt with the slowdown with the Concussive Bolt as well. Concussive Shot, I think, right? Yeah. Wait, no, it's the wrong hero. Concussive Shots, Arcane Bolts. Fade Bolt on the Rubik. Sonny has been CS in here, not too bad. 22 and 3, finally just keeping up here with the LC, but more HP obviously, so doesn't mind trading that much to a certain degree because of the dispersion damage that gets done. Spectral Dagger now, 2 levels in dispersion. Now Rubik rotating through, trying to find a kill here, and with 3 supports against the Lonely Legion, that's going to be a kill in favor of Sonny. It's a much needed pick off here. Yeah, break-in. The break here is going to be really fantastic. Looks like guess you can't break Heartstop Aurora then. Maybe you can. Level 3, I'm sorry, another Toxin. Is maybe trying to get the kill here. Skywrath Mage forced back into the creeps, providing vision for one more poison attack to come through. Ooh, blocking him, the creeps. Now the creeps maybe saving him, running away from the death pulse. And give him a little bit of a quick 360. Pikachu now has the lift. Tossing and yeeting away the Pikachu as he got a bit closer to the core. Level 2 here. Has the Reaper Scythe as well, so doesn't want to get too close here so bad. Gonna end up dying, but still no levels in the Ghost Shroud. Also, I'm an idiot. You can absolutely break Divine Favor. Why couldn't you? Yeah, it's a fantastic Viper game. It's a pretty good Viper game. I'll get it's a pretty good Viper game. You can break the counterattack, Mountain of the Courage, whatever. Break that lifesteal. Going to be pretty useful against Legion and any duels. Go ahead and break the bash as well, chance. That's going to be really ridiculous. So that's a lot of his damage in these early chronos. You won't really be able to save anyone from an early chrono, presuming that there's going to be at least a Mystic Flare on top of them. So that's going to be their only issue, I would say, at this point. For now, assuming it's a full 5v5 fight. Sonny taking a lot of harass damage here. Magic Wand at the ready, though. Still only a stick here on the side of Warlock. As Naive, likely to grab this haste rune. Nope. Oh, it does have boots. Mana boots, of course. Fade Bolt, so annoying for a lot of these heroes, reducing his damage by quite a bit, down to just 60. Here makes it a bit harder to CS with. Of course, the Quelling, kind of making up for that, though, at least for in terms of CS. Damage against creep, that is. Alright, queued up here are just going to be power treads for one. There's phase boots already and a bracer for the Legion. Kind of Midas for Spectre. I think she can get away with it, so I think we're going to see the pretty standard farming Spectre build as Viper will go ahead and heal up a bit. So tanky, this hero, actually. I do forget how hard it is to take him down early on. Top lane here now in the Spectre with the Ancient Seal. You have a duel here, level 6. The launch charges will come out beforehand, and you don't have the Mystic Flare yet. Spectre is able to win, or not win, but I guess it's a win in her books by not dying. No rotations up. Actually, there is one rotation up. I lied. It's the Warlock. Level 7 here. Was that going to be max dispersion? Not quite. Has a level in Haun's max spectral dagger. Do they have any ways to instantly kill illusions here? Not really, it looks like. You kill them with a purge, I think. So if you have a purge creep nearby, that might be useful, as they're going to use Stampede mid lane. I thought maybe they were going on for something, but just to stop the rotation out from Pikachu, as we'll split runes again 2 for 2, with Unique grabbing the 2 down bottom. Last hero using that Stampede defensively. Nearly has a full Hood of Defiance, rather. Let's take a look at net worth then. Leading the charge is Pikachu, not far behind. Is then last hero, and then basically just 100 off is Sonny. As careful here, duel is available. Don't really want to duel under on the tower. It's only a measly buff, armor by 3, but can make a difference here, especially against heroes with Dispersion. I need to look up how Dispersion works. Does it only reflect or disperse damage actually done, or damage gifted? I'd be interested. As an Arcane Seal onto the Centaur, and wow, the Reaper Scythe, why don't you? Dead for 40 seconds, 10 minutes, 11 minutes into the game. Hurts. Feels bad. Careful here. Duel likely to come out if you're not too careful, but not enough mana for it. It's going to be the case for Petashara. Playing very aggressively here. Now it has the clarity. Level 8 compared to the level 7 here of Sani. There's Rubik nearby, perhaps ready. Has Spell Steal available. Would steal overwhelming odds here. Could result in a kill early on if he wants to try and go for it. Really need those press the attack buff there to really try and get an early duel, though. Happy DUR. Nearly. What's he building here? Is the mech already on the way? Is it on the courier? Mech recipe? It is! Holy cow. Okay, so 178 all of a sudden so much harder to kill, as there's going to be a dual top lane. Not enough damage here. Steal the dueler! Oh, the all-heal came out! Oh, but yeah, nah, she's got moment of courage. Ah, that would have been so cool. They're going to commit the Viper Strike, though. There's a Stampede. Rubik just running her over. You know what? That was cool anyway. It would have been even cooler had he actually won the duel, but unlikely there. You just don't do damage as a Phoenix, or as a freaking Rubik. And Spectral Dagger on a cooldown there. Not really wanting to commit the haunt there. Why bother? Save it for a different opportunity. Long cooldown here on this ability. 180 seconds. It's a whole 3 minutes. Completed boots now. Pretty good progress on the Midas, but so far Spectre, out of the cores on our team, the least farm, but at least outpacing the Faceless Void, who has gotten his tower taken just now as well. Gonna be going for an early Maelstrom this game on Palantimos. Of course, the Mjolnir, the long-term goal there, but might stop after Maelstrom and just leave it there for, you know, maybe BKB Manta this game. For our heroes grouped up here, you do have the Rock available, level 4 Fatal Bonds now, nothing in the Upheaval. I think it's always worth getting a level in Upheaval, honestly. It's pretty cheap mana-wise, and that slow is pretty good, man. Early on it kind of sucks, but still, this team doesn't have a lot of ways to stop you. You force a Mystic... I'm sorry, you force the Silence on yourself, and really, once you're at the moment of using your slow, you've already used all your spells anyway, so they're using a Silence literally just to stop the Upheaval slow. If they can even reach you, because of course that slow is ridiculous. If they stand in it long enough. Level 11 on the Viper regardless. Pikachu with 2 mechs on this team, interestingly enough. Maybe that's why Chen sold his? Question mark? I thought I for sure saw a mechanism recipe. It was Pikachu's. Okay. So he's going to turn the headdress into a Vlad's for sure. Buckler, I don't know about that one. Crimson Guard, right, is the only thing it builds into besides mech, I believe. Yeah. So that's a bit of a rougher one. But hey, bonus armor, right? Aura of 2. It's not bad. Could be worse. Smoked up as 3 here, leading with Palantimos. Has a Chrono available, but Sani suspects something. Off into the tree as she goes. Has the Midas recipe, but with the ward they've got, probably know something's up. Farming Ancients. Wow, you can farm Ancients this early on here as Chen. Today I learned that's how he gets all this freaking money. DD rune here on Naive. Scepter cooldown 10 seconds. Ridiculous. Still no real big fight here. Sani now coming back into the lane to secure some CS. Is that going to be Midas? Not quite. What she bought here? She just had Midas. What the hell? Alright, whatever. She bought something else. Scan will come through. 2 runes, 3 runes. It's going to look like actually for 178. Great against the Spectre here, grabbing those runes as she's now fallen behind the Void. Who's going to continue farming. Still no Chrono in this game, 6 for 1 in bot lane. And I was on to last hero and Deja Vu. I think I've been in this place before. It's going to be a nice duel setup as well. It's queuing up there for the duel was Petashara. Surprised he didn't just walk into it to make sure he got real close, but nicely done there. Not using the Mystic Flare. Unnecessary and gives dual damage to Legion. Only 10, of course, but hey, you farm faster now. No complaints. Free damage, right? Naive, that should be Rod of Atos now. Indeed it is. That's going to be a very nice item here. Specifically against the Void, but still, like I said, haven't really had a big fight. Naive farming quite nicely though. That level 4 Nether Toxin is really a lot of DPS. How much DPS is it, you might ask? 75. It reduces the magic damage as well, but now Viper in a bit of trouble. We'll drop the root here, and there's going to be the Stampede to get him out of harm's way. Is he passive broken? I don't know. I didn't see. Divine Favor, man. Holy cow. Divine Favor Necro is just insane. It's not so Naive. They'll go. Working the passive there into the Mystic Flare. Nice throw. So they'll yeet him back onto the charging enemies. And Naive stays alive thanks to So Bad. Will steal himself a Time Walk as well. Can close the gap a bit easier. Blink Dagger not available here for the Centaur. Still going to land one of the Stomp, and there's going to be the Haunt into the 4-man Fatal Bonds as well. Just need to focus onto somebody here, and it'll likely be a kill. Almost dead there, is now finishing off and chasing into the trees. Happy Diara is last hero, actually getting the kill somehow. Thought for sure it would have been Sani, but now Necro will die, and that's going to be the team fight combo they're looking for every single time. Great engage out from Unique, able to turn that, get some farming kills on the Spectre with the Haunt. Nicely done. Look at this damage. Look at this damage. My goodness. Great fight out of these guys. Fantastic. Turn it into a tower as well, pushing here with the Golem. And of course, Spectre goes, alright guys, cool, see you later. I head bot now. Continue farming. Level 1 in the Desolate picked up now. Has taken, of course, the +5 all stats as the tower will fall. Top lane. Last hero now. Has good starting defensive items. He's got good progress towards the Crimson as well as the Hood of Defiance. I'm sorry, he has a Hood of Defiance. Oh, careful here. Down bottom, Sani. I've scouted him out. Discord issues now. Big moment here. Spectral Dagger off cooldown for 5 seconds. There's no haunts. Tier 1 tower is standing. But you do have Chronosphere, and you do have a Mystic Flare to lead in, and a dual damage, and a Blink Dagger on the Legion here, which hasn't been scouted yet, I believe. This could be a really big kill here onto the Spectre. In fact, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. There we go, getting into it then, right back down towards Spectre. The duel will come through. Mystic Flare, gonna be an easy kill, like I said. Nicely done. Nicely done, nicely done. That Spectre now 40 seconds where she's not farming. We'll have a few seconds downtime as well there on the Midas, which of course hurts the most. Mid lane here, last hero is just finally happy. Actually, I say that, but they actually didn't use the Chronosphere, so they could potentially still follow up with one here, but he's able to walk away finally after the slow from Ghost Shroud ends. Comes, of course, our Viper. So much damage output on this guy. So tough to kill as well. He's actually got a Hood of Defiance for his own. Building the Guardian Greaves, it looks like. What has our Chen done then. Yep, looks like Vlad's completed, I think. I think there should be a Morbid Mask here on the courier. No? So no Vlad's completed? Alright, well he's got the recipe. And he's going to be building a Pipe of Insight now. Top lane. There was a Chronosphere used, and actually no bashes. Time Dilation going to be the spell stolen. Luckily not Chronosphere, but he's so bad, proving a bit tanky. Level 11 here compared to level 13. Maybe just got unlucky there with the bashes. Tried to get the solo kill, at least not able to. Damage output not there. 1k lead so far for Unique, but pretty nice when you have a Spectre on your team, who of course is not really fighting too much, just farming. As there's a duel. Rock, maybe consider getting dropped now with the Fatal Bonds. They're going to go for it. They're still going to get the kill here onto the Centaur. And unfortunately, it looks like they're able to purge off a lot of these Fatal Bonds as well. The break is applied at least, but down goes the Golem early on. Maybe a bit too overambitious to fight there, perhaps, are Unique. So we'll wait for 20-minute runes now. Rubrik's stolen Time Walk now. Maybe trying to use this to snag a 20-minute rune. Cheeky breaky like, but would die if he ends up going for it. Oh, he's this mad lad. He picks up the... No, he doesn't. Palantinos gets the rune. Necro now Greaves completed, and the Force Staff makes him a bit tougher to kill. Chen? That's the Helm of the Dominator, actually, recipe, so... Guess you can go for that instead. Rubik being annoying up top lane. Are these enemy? Yeah, these are. Watch out, buddy. They're gonna hurl some boulders at you if you try and TP away. Enemy mud golems. The shard golems. With a radiance yet? No radiance. Just a Yasha. Going Manta style, interestingly enough. Okay. That's an interesting decision there. It's so bad. Still chilling here. Watch out. The Hurl Boulder is going to be used. Time walking out, but ready for him was the Legion Commander. Nicely done. Well played there indeed as Palantinos. We'll congratulate him in the team chats. Spectre continuing to farm at least, and is going to have a fast Manta this game. Surprised you're not going for the Radiance, but that's okay. Bot lane, last duel here could be in a bit of trouble. Jumping forward, there's no duel available. Plenty of slows. Will silence a bit before the stun comes through. Nice heal out from the Shadow Word. 20 seconds till the duel. Probably won't get it. Like, we won't be seeing this Centaur for 69 seconds, as they'll get him to play level 2 now. So I had a 25-second respawn time, and we could see another duel here, as long as they're careful with their damage here. I need to just wait a few seconds here. Just chill here for a while, J4. Hold on. Give us a second. As Petashara now blinking forward. Where you going, son? Where you going? No. Spell stolen will be duel, however. As here's now maybe in a bit of trouble. My goodness, just with the Chen creep alone, as there's going to be the Chronosphere. They have not gotten off the Shrine, and BKB as well. Dispersion not going to be enough, as well popping the BKB will be. He needed a BKB there actually, because he wouldn't have gotten time locks otherwise. Happy DR will tick down there. So that's going to be the BKB reveal. 10 seconds used for a consecutive, not really second consecutive, but a kill here, a second kill on a Spectre in like 4 minutes is this early on really not fantastic. As another pause.
Down you go.
Whew. Just chilling now, as having a now a 1k lead. The score 11-9 in favor of 178. Still paused up here. Long pauses in this game. Discord issues perhaps. I don't think he even said anything. No, just good to go again. Alright, let's get to it. Lane, Petashara doing a nice bit of damage here. So the mid lane has, let's check a look, 64 dual damage now. Pipe of Insight completed. How many pipes do we have on this team queued up? I think there's a second one at least I saw on Chen. Yeah, everyone's just building on it. Guys, let me build an item. He's got like one of everything right now. Doesn't know what to build it into. It's gonna go for a Vlad's, but decided against it. I'm surprised. Is there a Vlad's on someone else? Doesn't look like it. It's pretty funny. Just a casual buckler then. +2 armor is always useful. You never know when that could make a difference, honestly. 178 will scan here, but Unique will stay off the scan spot just long enough. But well, there's people around. Last hero chilling here. Still no Blink Dagger on him. You do not have a Chrono or BKB for another while. You do have a duel available though, with the Blink. Could be nice. Could be great. But there's going to be probably just buying out now. We're going to probably see the courier head to the secret shop and buy the ultimate orb. Yep, indeed we are. Ultimate orb, ultimate orb. So that's going to be completed Manta style. Some more illusions here for the Spectre. I'm surprised that's the build here. I'm just taking a look at most common items. Radiance, Phase Boots, Manta. It's almost always, I feel like, Manta before. Yeah, Radiance around the 20-minute mark. Manta 27, so... Then Hearts and additional items, of course. Interesting. We'll see if they go back for the Manta. I think next item is naturally maybe a Diffusal Blade this game, which would be good against Pikachu as well as actually the Skywrath Mage. I don't know if you attack that fast, because most of your damage comes from the Desolate, doesn't it? Yeah, 50 bonus damage here. I don't know. It's a good question. Spectre doesn't attack super quickly. What's her attack speed, actually? Let's just look. Yeah, I mean, that's fast, but, you know, normally you get those on, like, Illusion. Well, I mean, this could be good. I don't think it's a bad option in this game. Yes, there's going to be a Roots breaking him now, blinking forward. Nice stun onto the Legion Commander. Here's going to be a fight. Now haunting in. It's going to be the Spectre. Stun here, BKB'd as well, but a stolen one is going to be dropped here onto the Necrophos to control him. They've caught here Viper, Naive, in a double Chronosphere and have likely just sealed his fate there. The dual damage, it looks like the fight will now be turning in favor of 178, unfortunately, as stealing Chronosphere is just such a scary thing. Look at that go, look at his eyes. He's probably more surprised than Viper was to still be stunned for longer than the 4 seconds that Chronosphere gives right now. 5 seconds now is... He's going to go ahead and probably spank Rubik here a little bit, but my goodness, they really should be thinking of... Might still have a kill here on Palutinos, the strong dispel though onto the last hero, as there's still going to be Fatal Bonds together, but there's not enough damage here. J4 just getting ran down now by Palantimos, having a full million, but the courier has been killed. Just give him another bash. Dominating now as the team will TP out. Just really unlucky there. Not a good chrono placement, unfortunately. I think you catch the Necro. No, you don't. I think you catch the Viper again. He was just really excited to throw down his ult. Just unlucky there. Your saving grace of Sani does not die there at least. He's actually going to get a full regen off while murdering the Chen. But you do lose, unfortunately. Your Viper there could have made a difference as well, but my goodness, not the ideal Chronosphere placement there, unfortunately. The Fortify here on the side of Team Unique, as they'll now go bot lane. TP coming in as they're going to try and stun up the Legion Commander, hold her down. They do have a Rod of Atos already used. There's going to be the Viper Strike. Trying to keep her controlled here. They have another Nether Toxin in just 5 more seconds here. Once Nether Toxin silences, my goodness, what a good ability that'll be. Running away. You have a Stomp, though, ready to control the Legion, as she will die slowly but surely. Plenty of damage over time. Now Bignum getting ran down, and here's Sani as well. Spell stolen, not quite. Ancient Seal lasting a bit too long. Spectre will be buying the Diffusal then. Yeah, it's a good item in this game. Wait, this item also goes attack speed, doesn't it? Because you like... Nope, just agility and intelligence. Fair enough. Fair enough. The mana burn, of course, and the slow going to be really nice against this team. They're just so quickly here on the Legion. Makes it even easier to kill the Chen, who now has a Helm of the Dominator. So he's going to be going to Zookeeper Chen. Still having queued up the pipe, I guess. I feels like he was like, they were like, buy this, and then someone else was like, I already have it actually, and Chin's like, come on guys, I already have a few items here. There goes Pikachu here, just continuing to farm the waves nicely. Scott's nearly a full, I mean, I don't know what that was. I don't know if there's anything on the courier. Nothing in the quick buy. I presume it's on the courier. It's probably Shiva's. Yeah, Shiva's, because you just need one more item. But there's going to be Mjolnir completed now. Faceless Void just waiting for that as the goat will pop out of the fountain. I just missed the replay here, unfortunately, but it does look like they double chrono onto Viper. Yeah, in case you don't know, it's worth saying, but against a Faceless Void, he can move into any Chronosphere. It doesn't matter who put it down. So it's really not a strong spell to steal unless you can throw it on his teammates. Then it's a good spell. That had all the hallmarks of a fantastic fight there early on too, but just unable to get it. Butterfly next for the Faceless Void, so we're going to need an MKB. On the Spectre, likely. She's going to go into the Basher. Or, I'm sorry, the Abyssal. I don't know if I ever really see MKB on Spectre. What do you do against yours that have evasion? Well, we'll see. Smoked up here. Going to break the smoke with the Jar looking for the easy duel. Won't find it. There's going to be the Haunt in as well. No Golem. Golem has been committed, actually. There's a Chrono now onto the Viper. Going to be able to nuke him down right away. Even using the Reaper's Scythe. He will have buyback, though, as Palantimos. He's going to be fighting against Sani. Not doing too much damage because the Desolate. Now the duel, however, will be onto the back lines. Warlock, who was channeling the ulti. I'm not thought it would be ulti, rather the upheaval. And Sani barely living in that engagement. Not doing too much here with just the Diffusal Blade and the Manta style. Burning plenty of mana, sure, but I mean, doing most of the damage there, to be fair, right? As they get a quick kill again in the Chronosphere onto the Viper. Dying back there. As maybe they can turn now, burning the mana here with the Manta style. Look at that damage, my god. Desolate as well. Whew. 150 bonus damage there a second. Naive might be able to catch one. Big Num waiting for the rune here. Last hero has a blink in 1 second. There's going to be the Rod of Athos jumping forward into the stun as well, breaking him. And Sani getting another bit of kill there. And actually, they've stolen quite a good spell. Press the attack is fantastic. Gonna turn it into this Roche opportunity. They've used all the ultis here all around the horn, so you might as well go for it. You've got a bit of an advantage. Can you break any of Roche's passives? I don't think you can, right? Maybe you can break the bash. I guess so. Maybe you break spell block too? Who knows? Jumping in there, it's going to be Faceless Void now with the BKB. So you can still bash everyone up here. Jumping in now as Pikachu is out of the Nether Toxin. BKB anyway, so it won't matter. So he's going to get a bash. Now Upheaval, creating a bit of space. Nice lift as well. Last year, able to stay alive. Roche is so low that he'll jump straight onto the backlines. Warlock Naive completely isolated from the rest of your team. You got a blink and a duel. They might be able to set this up. Palantimos now unstoppable. They'll turn now for the kill onto the Viper. You won't be able to counterattack, but you won't need it. Viper dead for 100 seconds now. Sani is going to be able to at least get and try and juke around the trees here. Silenced up. They're not going to catch him there. However, with the slow, ooh, a bash there would have just about secured that game there in favor of 178, but lucky there is Petashara continuing to push. This man is insane. Has bought back, so you bought back on 2, but very well worth it, as now you're going to get the Roche that they've gotten pretty low for you. Faceless Void now. If you haven't killed him yet, how are you going to kill him twice? Very difficult to kill now all of a sudden. Viper just getting dueled on. He ends up retreating back towards where his Warlock goes, but not to the rest of his team. Maybe thinking that was a safer route. Yeah, they make a beeline straight for him, unfortunately. Cutting the wave. Mid lane will be last hero, at least trying to make a dent, but they've got a creep wave with them, and it's a siege cart. You can't steal these anymore, so they're always going to be there. We'll disable the back door as the Fortify comes out. So Chronosphere again at the ready. Onto Warlock. They go immediately blowing him up. Now Centaur could be next. Reaper Scythe maybe a bit early. There's going to be the Haunt to use, however. Now trying to get as much damage. Making them completely out of mana. The all heal, though, keeping everyone alive as the Mjolnir bounces around and all of these illusions. Haunts and no kills. Just everyone low mana at least, but still going to be on your high ground here, continuing to push. Backdoor might kick in here. They don't have creep wave too close by. It'll kick in right about when they pass where the tier 2 used to stand. There we go. And here's backdoor protection. Just gonna keep going now. 3-man stomp here. Can they turn this? No, BKB is available. Doesn't really look like it. Backdoor now disabled as the creeps filtering through the base again. Billet Viper coming through though, trying to catch anyone. They've caught one with the Rod of Atos. Do they want to chase any more? Last hero it's slowed by the time dilation. Just trying to bait him forward. If it still has this Aegis, but not ideal to jump there. Just burning the mana here a bit. Butterfly though makes it harder to hit him as well. So we do not have good help here. Bashes onto Sani as well. Here we go. Viper Strike will be onto one as last hero onto the back lines. Valentino's rejoining the rest of the team. There's going to be the Golem. Fatal Bonds will be dropped as well. Rubik going to get taunted up here in the duel. They will be able to nuke him down. Almost certainly, actually. No, he's going to stay alive. Now, they're going to get Petashara as well. Naive, barely alive as well. But now Palantimos will be able to close the gap. Godlike now he goes. Happy to Yara to die now as all alone. The Desolate damage really kicking in. Sani with 2 stacks. Oh, it's going for the illusion room. I'll be right there, guys. Hold on. Continuing to fight now, throwing the illusions forward, breaking the mana, but he could be in a lot of trouble here. The Rubik still nearby, has the time walk if he can try and save his teammate. There's the Spectral Dagger off the clip, and to chase his Palantimos, he might have gone a bit too far actually. He's got still Aegis though, so it's a bit of a tougher kill of course. Might as well do damage to him though. I mean, he might kill someone in the meantime. They might have well have gone for that honestly. I'm surprised they didn't. Yeah, 2 heroes dead. I think all things considered, kind of a good fight there for Unique. I mean, you don't get the Aegis, unfortunately, and, well, geez, you lose your 3 and your 1, so I guess, or 3 and your 2, so I guess not really, right? You pick up a 3 and a 5. So much healing output on the Chen. It's such a strong hero. My goodness. Viper now has taken the poison attack. Affects buildings. I think they need it this game. They don't really have a great pusher here. What's the alternative again? 100 DPS on the Viper Strike. That's a tough one, right? But they really do need to be able to push buildings if they need to win this game. Kind of a catch-22, right? You need the damage in the fights, but you also need to be able to hit towers after you win the fights. Otherwise, you just take way too long here. Tucker does decent damage to structures as she's going to find a DD rune here. Oh, over Palantimos. There's going to be the activation, though, of the Chronosphere. You do have a BKB available, but at least they get off a bit more. That Mystic Flare used as well as the upheaval slow, holding them down. They might try and go for a fight here, stunning up the Void here for some time. There's going to be no Palantimos, or Petushara, rather, in this fight. They still don't want to go for it, opting to just wait for that Aegis at the timeout instead. Nice defensive play there, though. A lot of ultis used there. As Spectre is still the most farmed on her team, but still behind 2k here on Pikachu. Not even the most farmed though, 5k down on Palantimos. The damage blocks though are going to be so good on this team. Yeah, her damage reduced this game is about to be insane. Man, goodness, especially if the last hero goes for an Ags here, because she's already blocking a ton of damage as well, thanks to the, well, first of all, of course, the damage shield, as well as the guard active on the Crimson Guard here. Such a good item. Maybe now they want to go for a fight here, as they'll show here mid lane as 2. That Aegis still up, though. That pesky Aegis. It's got to be less than a minute, certainly. I'd guess less than 30 seconds, to be quite honest. They have all the ultis up except for Stampede. Maybe just waiting for that go ahead. They're going to go, actually. Now trying to blow up the Necrophos completely alone. That healing output from the Chen. Now turning the Rock here onto 4 heroes, as well as the Fatal Bonds doing fantastic damage. Now broken, but BKB and is going to be at the face of the Void. The Warlock just channeling up the upheaval here. Viper going to get the Glimmer Cape out from J4 just in time. Will die himself thanks to the Ancient Seal, but is going to be well worth it there. Burn the BKB duration off. Haunt was used. Is there still an Aegis? Not anymore. They've lost the Aegis, and that was their go-ahead. They might continue trying to fight here. As up the cliff goes the... oh my god, how did he dodge that? What? Oh, he got purged at the right time. Now Centaur, easy dual victory for the Legion Commander out from Petashara. Going to be slowed a bit here by the Spectral Dagger. They've got to jump forward here in a second. The Chronosphere in 30, as they might be trying to go now onto the face of the Void, keeping him in the break here. Look at that damage over time here. The Mjolnir, he might be in a bit of trouble actually. They're going to go onto him. Yule sceptered up by Bignum is going to be Sani, but Palantimos all of a sudden in so much trouble, silenced up, but they have the damage regardless. He doesn't have buyback, dead for nearly 100 seconds, and that's a godlike spree ended. The gold onto the Spectre of all heroes. Bignum likely to die here as well, and they might keep going now. Kasani now godlike, 10 consecutive kills. Now that is the Radiance. I didn't even notice. When did that Radiance come online? Woo! Alright, so Radiance might just be making a difference here, along with that Fatal Bounds off the back of that fantastic team fight. All of a sudden, Unique, I think, are right back in it. That's my console, just ignore that. Look at that. It's a nice little uphill drive, but we might get a downhill sprint here quite shortly, as the win rate's now dipping 60-40, still in favor of 178, but look at that. All of a sudden, Sani has now out-farmed the Necrophos, and they're going actually for a Sheepstick here on the Spectre. Probably going to swap out the Soul Ring, I'd imagine. Bot lane duel is going to be onto Rubik, though. Getting a bit too aggressive here. More dual damage here, 186 total on the Legion Commander. So now that the miss rate is up, we must have an MKB queued up here by the Faceless Void. It looks like he's just bought out, though. Yep, Daedalus there. We'll set him back as well, because he needs to be a bit careful. Not having buybacks after these engagements are a bit dangerous for him. Team Unique still in it for sure. They're not going to have a Lotus Orb soon, but should be careful with their buybacks as well. Spectre definitely saving for hers. Level 25, of course, has gone for this plus 6% dispersion. She is so freaking tanky now. I don't know what the total damage reduction is here on this hero, or her effective HP rather, because she's got essentially 17% miss chance, right? She's got, of course, well, let's just assume it's just her alone, right? So 17% miss chance is blinking out of theirs last year. I'm not wanting anything to do with that. I hear a Soul or a Shadow Blade, though. Going for the BKB here first will be Legion Commander. So we're going to have a Silver Edge soon. They do need a break against this Legion because their effective HP is insane right now. Taking the 500 health talent. No heart yet. But my goodness. Well, basically 28% is dispersed and not taken if they hit you. Plus you've got 23 armor. I don't know. That's a lot of effective HP there, man. She is quite tanky indeed. You can tell, and they're just going to go straight. Oh, you need to get the creep a little bit closer, honey. No, it's going to TP out. Although they see 2 heroes on the shrine. They've got now 2 of the Corsairs here for the magic resistance. It's going to be much better for these guys. It's long fights, but long fights better for Spectre here, because it's not like she's got a BKB to run out. Sure, I guess she's best off when the Haunt is activated, so she can get all the burns. The auras don't stack, of course. You're doing more damage over time. 50 DPS, actually. So long fight's definitely favored here by Team Unique, because they've got so much DPS. 6-second cooldown now on the Nether Toxin here. It's going to be super strong here, especially when they got 25 talents. Oh my goodness. Little Slake game here on Unique is getting really scary. I've cut the net worth lead down to just 8k, was down to 7 momentarily. But j178 have now stemmed the flow, as there's actually a Sheepstick being revealed, I believe, by Spectre. It's interesting. I don't know. It must have been an illusion, I guess. But they're confused, and now j178 scared. They're like, who the hell's got a Sheepstick? They're going to be running in. They're going to have the advantage here of the vision onto j4. They might just jump. The duel is going to be there nearly immediately. They don't break the passage with no buyback now on your Warlock here. Could put them in a lot of trouble, as they won't have that Fatal Bonds Golem combo to try and fight. So into Roche now. It might be a second Aegis here for Palantimos. They'll definitely finish it off here quite quickly. Look at the crits that he is currently doing. Can crit, of course, off of these time lock guys out of your friends that come from alternate dimensions here. As again, just waiting, daring anyone to come in, but it's going to be Aegis Cheese likely here on Pikachu. Yep, Dagon 5 as well here, so watch out for that nuke potential. I literally have no idea where that Radiance came from. He must have picked it up literally just before they smoked and then ended up going for the fight. So playing around with the bit here of the play on the Spectre, or the build on the Spectre, but they're already down here half a lane of barracks. They got the melees mid, which will continue pushing, and could be in some more trouble here, as it's likely to be the tier 2 top or bottom down. Pikachu is pretty scary. Not 25 yet here on the Viper. It would be really nice. I don't think you have a BKB on Necrophos. You certainly won't have one yet on your Chen or your Skywrath Mage. Can't really use yourself out of that one. You need a Force Staff, which he has, to be fair. It's a good item. Good game for Force Staffs this game. 5-second BKB. 5-second BKB here already on the Faceless Void. Makes things a bit easier to get done. And so bad. Gonna get scouted here, unfortunately. Gonna be another duel victory for the Legion Commander. Could be the level 25 talents as well. Indeed it is. We should get that AoE press the attack for the strong dispel and an AoE. And dead for nearly 2 minutes here, despite being level 22, is now the Rubik. He does have buyback, but oh man, that's just a very risky place to be. Especially when they have an Aegis, man. You just gotta stay out of harm's way. Heart? No, Satanic. That's gotta be Satanic, surely. Yeah, it's going to be Satanic for sure. He's going to buy out for this, though, on Palantimos. Just trying to end the game here. Doesn't even have a slot for it, this Mad Lad. He's got an Aegis in the way. Chronosphere, however, if he gets off the self, E-Blade is now. There's going to be the Haunts on the backlines they go. The Chen heals are too strong, but Rubik now bought back. There's going to be Golem Rock dropped as well. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, you do have the AoE press the attack, but you just need a bit more time to be able to purge off these Fatal Bonds. Then you can consider going back in, but the stomp onto 3. They've managed to purge off most of it now. Broken is going to be the Faceless Void here. Cannot bash. Naive now in the E-Blade form, trying to escape the dual damage. The duel, rather, is there to lock him down. BKBs as well on Palantimos as well. They're at least going to be able to get the Chen, but now Spectre dead for 100 seconds. No buyback despite getting the kill there onto the Chen, and I think that might just be GG here. As Naive still alive, they could potentially hold, but you still have not burned off the Aegis. There's still Satanic available, and now in some trouble is the Centaur. He's going to be still alive and slowing him down. Naive trying to run for his life. The buyback out of the Centaur might make a bit of a difference. As Palantimos onto the Golem he goes, but still trying to stay in this game here in the Grand Finals. Down 1, Unique looking to stay alive. As there's the upheaval slow being applied onto the Faceless Void. He might just jump right onto as Ghost Scepter is there, kiting out Palantimos. You're trying to get that first life. He's still holding on to that Aegis J4 now with the Ghost Scepter continuing to kite out this team. They still have yet to take your tier 3 tower. No Chen here, so they are healing substantially less, but still a hard defense for sure out of Unique. As you've burned off half the duration, half the death timer here. Still not 25, now it is 25. Has gone for the backtrack here. This effective HP, quite strong. Look at that animation, haven't seen that in quite some time. Fatal Bonds will be applied as they're now going to look to claim Megas. They actually can't because there's a tier 4 still standing. The Creep have just finished it off, so now they can go directly into your base. Perfect timing there out of the Creep. 20 seconds you've got here remaining. And now Broken, you cannot break backtrack though, unfortunately for them. That's going to persist throughout even all breaks. Petachar will get scouted out here. Does not have the Silver Edge quite yet. And now Spectre back up in 7. Does have a Haunt here, but you still have the Aegis as well. This AoE strong dispel, so strong as well. And then they go now. The Haunts try and maybe close the gap. Spectre holding on to the Haunts as well. There we go. Again, that little bit of game lag as doing so much damage onto everyone here. I don't know where she is. There she is into the Chronosphere. She's gone, actually, I believe. Oh no, actually, Naive in a lot of trouble here, and he is not going to be able to hide. They're going to have a sentry ward for him at the ready. Dead for 150 seconds. Spectre now, Sani has just managed to pick off Naive, or Big Num it looks like, as Spellstorm not going to help him out too much. Last Hero trying to do whatever he can. Sani now man fighting here against the Palantimos with a duel to lock him down. A nice stun. Is it going to be enough? No, it will not. Spectre dead a second time. It looks like j178 will take it. GG is called by Unique. And the late game Spectre will be taken down by 1. j178 claiming the 2-0 victory here in the grand finals of the OMG.bet Cup. Congratulations to them, and a very well played here to Team Unique, who will fall in second. And they'll fall in 2, rather, to second place. Nicely done out from j178. They're able to get the 2-0. They actually got 2-0'd as well by Wind and Rain. Meet them in the lower bracket the lower bracket finals and 2-0 them right back and go flawless as well into the grand finals. Well played for them. They're just a lower bracket team, you know. They're like the new EG out of CIS. But very well played there. That damage. I just want to take a look at this